Have you ever felt too small or too insignificant to make a difference or embark on an adventure? Let's imagine a tiny seashell, a mere speck in a world of giants, nestled securely on a vast beach. Each morning it wakes to the symphony of the sea, the orchestra of the ocean, the soft lull of waves as they whisper and murmur, the crescendo as they crash and roar. Each wave, like a hand, reaches out, pulling at the sand, beckoning the tiny shell towards an adventure. This tiny shell, though small, has dreams as vast as the ocean. It dreams of the open sea, of being swept up by the waves, of dancing with the rhythm of the tide. It dreams of the mysteries that lie beneath the surface, of the stories told by the sea, of the adventures that await in the aquatic wonderland. Each day, the shell listens to the waves. They call to it, whispering promises of adventure. They speak of the deep blue wonder, of the marvels that lie beneath, of the joy in the dance of the waves. They speak of the freedom in the open sea, of the beauty in the heart of the ocean, of the thrill in the rhythm of the tide. But the tiny shell, for all its dreams, is held fast by fear. It fears the vastness of the ocean, the power of the waves, the unknown depths. It fears the journey, the uncertainty, the possibility of being tossed far away. It fears that it is too small, too insignificant to brave the mighty ocean. It fears that it is not enough. The shell, despite its dreams, despite the promises whispered by the waves, remains on the beach. It stays nestled amongst giants, its dreams of the ocean remaining just that, dreams. It lives each day on the edge of adventure, held back by fear, longing for the sea, yet too afraid to take the plunge. But the tiny shell remained, held fast by fear. One morning, a playful crab scuttled past. It was the kind of day that felt ripe with possibilities, the sun casting long shadows on the sand, the waves murmuring sweet nothings to the shore. The crab, with his bright eyes and jaunty stride, was a creature of the ocean, unafraid of the vast expanse of water that stretched out before him. As he scampered by, he noticed the tiny shell. It was a delicate thing, its surface a tapestry of intricate patterns, its edges worn smooth by time. But what caught the crab's attention was not its beauty, but its stillness. There, amidst the shifting sands and the playful dance of the waves, the tiny shell was a picture of quiet hesitation. "Why don't you join the dance, little one?" the crab chuckled, his voice a playful lilt on the ocean breeze. His eyes twinkled with mirth as he looked at the shell. The ocean welcomes all, even the smallest of shells. But the tiny shell trembled, its voice barely a whisper against the roar of the waves. "I'm too small," it confessed, its words tinged with fear. "What if the waves toss me far away?" The crab smiled, his gaze softening. "The ocean tests, but it also embraces," he said, his voice a soothing balm. "Each journey begins with a single wave. Trust the rhythm, little one. You are stronger than you think." His words hung in the air, a promise of adventure, a challenge to take the leap. The shell listened, its fear slowly giving way to a flicker of hope. Could it really dance with the waves? Could it survive the vast, unknown depths of the ocean? Hesitantly, the tiny shell nudged the sand inch by inch. It was a small movement, almost imperceptible, but it was a start, a step towards the ocean, towards the unknown, towards a journey that promised to be as grand as it was terrifying, a step towards embracing the rhythm of the waves and discovering the strength within itself. The first wave lapped at its rim, sending shivers of excitement. It was a gentle touch, a soft promise of what was to come. The tiny shell, once so rooted in the sand, felt a tug, a pull towards the vast expanse of blue. With a heart full of fear but a spirit ignited by curiosity, it allowed itself to be swept up by the waves. The ocean's mighty hand scooped up the tiny shell, carrying it towards the great unknown. The shell tumbled and spun in the water, a tiny dancer in the ocean's grand ballet. The world blurred as the shell was tossed about, the familiar comfort of the beach replaced by the cool, endless embrace of the sea. There was fear, yes, but it was quickly overshadowed by a sense of wonder. The shell, so small and seemingly insignificant on the beach, was now part of something much bigger, an adventure far greater than it could have ever dreamt of. It was a tiny speck in the vast, sprawling canvas of the sea, but it was now part of the ocean's grand story. As it tumbled and spun, the shell felt the rhythm of the ocean, the ebb and flow of the waves, the pulse of life beneath the surface. It was a rhythm that was as old as time itself, a rhythm that spoke of adventures and journeys, of mysteries and wonders waiting to be discovered. The fear that had once held the shell captive slowly melted away. It was replaced by a sense of wonder, a thirst for adventure, a desire to explore the unknown. The shell realized that the ocean, once a distant dream, was now its reality. It had taken that first step, trusted the rhythm, and allowed the waves to carry it on a journey of discovery. The ocean, once a distant dream, was now a swirling, shimmering embrace. The shell was no longer a prisoner of fear, but a voyager, a tiny explorer in the grand expanse of the sea. It had embraced the waves, and in doing so discovered its own strength and the boundless beauty of the ocean. It met dolphins leaping in the sun, fish darting in colorful schools, and coral castles shimmering beneath the surface. As the tiny shell was carried in the warm embrace of the ocean, it found itself in a world beyond its wildest dreams. The shell witnessed a ballet of dolphins, their sleek bodies arching gracefully through the sunlight-dappled water. They danced in harmony with the rhythm of the ocean, their joyous leaps and dives a testament to the freedom found within the vast sea. In the depths below, a flurry of movement caught the shell's attention. Schools of fish darted to and fro, their scales flashing a myriad of colors as they weaved through the water. They moved as one, creating a mesmerizing display of unity and coordination. The tiny shell was left in awe, captivated by the vibrant life that thrived beneath the surface. Deeper still, the shell discovered the grandeur of coral castles. These were not lifeless structures of stone, but living, breathing entities. Each coral was a bustling metropolis teeming with countless creatures, each playing their role in the intricate web of ocean life. The shell marveled at the beauty of these coral cities, their intricate structures a testament to the resilience and adaptability of life under the sea. The tiny shell, once a solitary figure on a vast beach, was now a part of this thriving, vibrant world. It had been swept up in the dance of the ocean, carried away by the rhythm of the waves. The shell had faced its fears, embraced the unknown, and had been rewarded with the experience of a lifetime. As its journey continued, the shell felt the ocean's grip loosen. It was being gently guided towards a bed of soft sand. The shell found itself nestled among others, each unique in their shape and size. It was no longer the tiny shell stranded on a beach, but a part of the grand tapestry of the ocean. Finally, the wave gently deposited the tiny shell on a bed of soft sand. The shell, once filled with fear, now brimmed with confidence and a sense of belonging. It had danced with the waves, ventured into the unknown, and found a world filled with wonder. It nestled among other shells, no longer afraid, filled with a newfound confidence. With this, we come to the end of our little shell's grand adventure, an adventure that started with a dream and a pinch of courage. Just like our tiny shell, we often find ourselves nestled in our comfort zones, afraid to step out, afraid to let the waves of life carry us. The fear of the unknown, the fear of failure, the fear of getting lost in the vast ocean of opportunities often keeps us rooted in place. But remember the playful crab's wise words? The ocean tests, but it also embraces. Each journey begins with a single wave. Trust the rhythm, you are stronger than you think. The tiny shell trusted the rhythm, trusted the waves, and embarked on its journey. It was tested, tossed around, but it was also embraced by the ocean. It met dolphins, fish, and explored coral castles. It discovered a world it never knew existed, a world it had only dreamt of. And in the process, it discovered its own strength, its own ability to survive and thrive. It found its place in the grand scheme of things. It found its purpose. This adventure of the tiny shell is not just a tale, but a metaphor for our own lives. Our dreams and desires are like that vast, beautiful ocean, waiting for us to dive in, to explore, to experience. The waves are challenges that we need to face, obstacles that we need to overcome, lessons that we need to learn. And when we trust the rhythm, when we embrace the waves, we discover our own strength, our own potential. So, let's take a leaf out of our tiny shell's book. Let's trust the rhythm, let's embrace the waves, let's step out of our comfort zones and embark on our own grand adventures. Remember, little one, even the smallest of us can embark on grand adventures. Take that first step, trust the rhythm, and let the waves carry you towards your own beautiful journey.